Some say owning real estate is the American dream, but what happens when it becomes a nightmare?
My total investment was $7,500.
I paid $22,500.
The plan was to build a black-owned oasis in rural Georgia, but this Atlanta woman is accused of selling land to black buyers, land that she didn't own.
We're not giving up.
Is it a scam or was there good intention? I'm Justin Carter, this is TSR Investigates. Marlena Barnett sold a dream to several people who now say that it was all a lie. It's called Lakes of Summerville in Summerville, Georgia. It's advertised with black people in mind, a place where we can go build property on acres of land. Everything from vacation homes to cabins to clubhouses, even swimming pools. But some people say that when they started paying money for that land, not everything was what it seemed. The rollout seemed promising. The first black woman-owned resort subdivision in the country. It would sit on hundreds of acres.
Our organization is currently building an up-and-coming health and wellness community, energy-efficient homes, vacation rentals, a clubhouse, bike trails, fishing ponds.
There was even a ribbon cutting. 3. On this YouTube marketing ad, they broke down the cost. Modular homes starting at $180,000.
If we sell 128 homes at $180,000, we can render about $23 million.
I had to zoom in a little bit. You can clearly see the mistakes on the graphics. This says 2.3 million. It's supposed to say 23 million, but Bonnie Hunt nonetheless was sold on the idea. She lives in Cleveland.
So I wanted to just have some type of refuge for the kids, for my family, to put a cabin on so that we can get away from all the noise. I gave her, my initial deposit was $1,000. And then a week later, I paid her $6,500. So my total investment was $7,500 for an acre of land.
That was November 2021. She even signed a general contract.
She finally gave us a deed in, I think it was March of 2022. And when we found out we couldn't file those deeds because she didn't own the land, that's when all hell broke loose.
What have you gotten so far?
Nothing. I've gotten absolutely nothing.
So the Shade Room called up Marlena Barnett, the leader and brains behind Lakes of Summerville.
We wanted the project to be completed within a 12-month span, but unfortunately that did not happen.
She says that not enough people bought into the project.
But unfortunately, when you're trying to do a big project like this and you don't have all of the financial resources and you can't unite and bring everyone together, you do run up against issues.
But here's where it gets tricky. Barnett allegedly collected thousands of dollars for plots of land that she technically didn't own. According to the Summerville News, some of the land belongs to a retired couple, Will and Judy Hare, who, according to court records, allegedly agreed to sell the property for $490,000. The Hares claim that Barnett never paid, and that's when they pulled out of the deal.
In order for us to continue, we would have to pay off that land in full. We would have to pay off the land completely.
A company called CMJM owns another portion of the land. Barnett showed us some emails as proof that she was owner financing through them as they worked to get the deed transferred. Barnett claims that county officials then intervened because they didn't want black property owners in rural Chattooga County.
The county reached out to them on several occasions and discouraged them from working with us and moving forward with us.
She says that this stalled all development, causing her to fall behind on payments. But Rebecca Ullman, who's a representative from CMJM, told us over the phone that Barnett simply never paid for the land and is trying to place blame on other people. She says that she breached their contract and fraudulently sold land to people across the country with no authority.
How do you give people deeds, issue deeds to people, they give you money, and then in turn, you don't own the land?
We were told that we could, subdivide the property. We were told that it was ours.
Jacoby Thornton says that he got this warranty deed after giving Lakes of Summerville $22,500 for 5 acres.
I wanted to farm. I was looking to get into gardening.
But the red flags started when he showed up here in Summerville and was approached by someone who claimed that he was trespassing.
I was ordering containers. And when he contacted me, he was like, hey, you're trespassing. and he want us off the property. Seems like this thing is a big Ponzi scheme, and we just don't know who to trust.
How many people have you issued refunds to? Have you reached out to any of them?
They were sent a refund request form, and we have started issuing refunds to those individuals.
Hey, what's been the holdup with their refunds?
We paid for surveys and things of that nature to push this project forward. It's still an ongoing project.
Barnett says that she was in the process of paying for construction, like the grading and piping, upwards of $30,000.
We paid for the boundary survey in full. We paid for soil testing. We paid for certain things that we'll never be able to recoup.
She says that it's delaying the refund process, but has offered to pay her investors back over time. But some aren't buying it.
I'm not asking for a payment plan. I want my money back in whole, the way I gave it to you.
The Chattooga County Sheriff's Office isn't buying it either, now launching a criminal investigation into Marlena Barnett and the Lakes of Summerville project.
The person selling the property didn't have the authority to sell them the property. We're finding that some people have received deeds. They're just fictitious deeds.
We reached out to the Chattooga County Commissioner for comment. We're still waiting to hear back, but we did find a statement from the former commissioner, Jason Winters, who back then wrote on Facebook, quote, that I want to let everyone with concern in that community know that no permits have been applied for or issued. A development like that would need soil and erosion permits, subdivision planning, septic system plans, and permits and approval for access to water distribution. None of those things have been done. I want to make sure this was known. The sheriff's office told us that when in doubt, do your homework, ask questions when you invest in a project like this. It's important to note, though, that Marlena Barnett has not been charged with any crimes right now, but the sheriff's department did tell me that they will eventually bring her in for questioning very soon. For TSR Investigates, I'm Justin Carter. Hello, roommates, and thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Do you want more TSR Investigates? Be sure to subscribe and check us out at theshaderoom.com.